This is a Saturday morning TV log from Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Enough said. Welcome, true believers, to another Saturday morning TV log, and this time around it's Fantastic Four, the animated series, brought to us by Marvel Films and the Marvel Entertainment Group. Hello again, and welcome, my fellow YouTubers, to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. This is Duel. That's my name. But I'm also known as the Big D. Well, and I'm welcoming y'all to another Saturday morning TV log, and it's on another series with a group I just talked about in the previous episode, but back to their original way, the Fantastic Four. Of course, also known as Fantastic Four, the animated series. It was an animated series based on Marvel's comic book characters of the same name. It premiered in syndication in September of 1994, teamed with Iron Man, which debuted the same year as part of the Marvel Action Hour and Marvel Action Universe. Now, of course, the characters were created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. And this time around, it went back to being the actual way we knew him by, since a lot of people were not too thrilled with the new Fantastic Four series from 1978. Anyway, this marks the Four's comeback to the tube after over 15 years since their previous series ended. Well, also despite after a film failed to get released, which was produced by the late great Roger Corman, they managed to bring this to us. In the early to mid 90s, Genesis Entertainment and New World Entertainment syndicated this series, which was originally part of the Marvel Action Hour block. Later renamed Marvel Action Universe for the following year with the addition of another show. First half hour was Iron Man, the second half was Fantastic Four. During the first season, Stan Lee was featured speaking before each show about characters in the following episode and what had inspired him to create them. Now then, let me see. Now, of course, Lee does appear in a little bit of a freeze frame of animation before the story even starts. The show also aired on Fox Kids internationally and Disney XD in the US. Now, for the first season of the series, most episodes in the first season consisted of fairly accurate reinterpretations of classic Fantastic Four comic book stories from the 1960s. Now, as you all know, the Four story, we have Reed Richards, Ben Grimm, Sue Richards, and, originally Sue Storm and Johnny Storm. They take them rocking the flight and then get bombarded by cosmic radiation, and then they crash land back on Earth, and the strange, powerful rays change each one of them. Reed Richards becomes Mr. Fantastic. Sue becomes the Invisible Woman or girl. Johnny Storm became the Human Torch, and Ben Grimm became the ever-loving, blue-eyed, muscular rock creature known as the Thing. Now, for example, for the first season, the series stayed true to the original comic book story that recounted the Silver Surfer and Galactus coming to Earth in a two-part episode, as well as Doctor Doom's theft of the Surfer's powers. Now, of course, Silver Surfer later got his own show, but I haven't really watched it though. I think I've only encountered it once, but I know that's on Disney Plus. I'll try and save that for a future Saturday Morning TV log. Let's see now, where was I? Oh yes. However, the season's cost-effective animation, which was provided by Wayne Film Productions and Kennedy Cartoons, and attempts to add humor through the inclusion of a fussy British landlady, portrayed by Stan Lee's real wife, Joan, for the Four, were generally met with displeasure by fans, to say nothing other than current Fantastic Four comic book writer Tom DeFalco, who got in trouble for penning a scene in issue number 396 of the series that featured Ant-Man watching and lambasting an episode of the cartoon. It's also the only season to use digital ink and paint in some episodes. In the two-part premiere episode, The Origin of the Fantastic Four, Puppet Master took control of the Thing and used him to capture well, Invisible Woman, excuse me. Mr. Fantastic freed thing from his control and defeated Puppet Master. Upon returning to his apartment to reclaim his final doll, he ended up in a fight with Alicia Masters, and then he apparently fell to his death from the apartment window. The four weren't able to find his body and claimed that he vanished from Earth. Well, I'm sorry if I gave out this episode, but there are some other episodes together. There's also the Silver Surfer and the Coming of Galactus, where the four are encountering the Silver Surfer, Fire Lord, and Terrax, while Galactus attempts to feed on Earth. And then there's an episode called Wing Calls Galactus, when Terrax is killed and Nova becomes a herald of Galactus. Then there's a three-part special episode, Mask of Doom, where Doctor Doom captures the four and forces the guys to go back in time and obtain an object for him. Anyway, now of course it's the first season had kind of a catchy pop theme tune, while however for season two, both this along with the Iron Man series were radically retooled for their for those, sporting brand new open sequences, improved animation as previously mentioned. The second season's animation was provided by Philippine Animation Studio. The theme's music was much more epic and what have you. It also featured more mature writing. The first season was primarily written by Ron Friedman, while the second season was overseen by Tom Taranowicz, who recently worked on the original He-Man as well as She-Ra and the last few Filmation shows like Ghostbusters and Brave Star. Although noticeably having fewer introductions by Lee, with several of the new shorter intros being used more than once. Not only that, Four Freedoms Plaza replaced the Baxter Building as the Four's home base in the second season. The second season also drew upon John Byrne's 1980s run on the Fantastic Four comics, as well as John Buscema's artwork, in addition to further Lee and Kirby adventures. Daredevil guest stars in the season's premiere, and a blind man shall lead them, as Doctor Doom strikes at a now fully powerless Fantastic Four and has his hand crushed by the Thing. He next appears in the episode Nightmare in Green, when he directs the Hulk to attack the team, which of course the Hulk would later get his new series on the UPN network the following year. There would also be some others appearing in the second season, including Wizard, Medusa, Hydro Man, Trapster to form the Frightful Four in the episode And the Wind Cries Medusa. Now, of course, which that episode was aired a week from Hydro Man's debut appearance in Spider-Man. Yes, the animated series, which had premiered the previous year. Now, let's see. We also have the Inhumans appear in the three-part Inhuman Saga episode, which include Black Bolt, Gorgon, Triton, Karnak, Crystal, and Lockjaw. Anyway, there's Black Panther appears in the episode Prey of the Black Panther, which that was pretty cool. So anyway, yes. Just so incredible. We also even get to see an appearance of Sue and Johnny's dad, Franklin Storm, in the episode Behold a Distant Star. But anyway, there be a lot of others and what have you. In the series finale, Doomsday, Doctor Doom acquires the almighty power cosmic from the Silver Surfer. And the Fantastic Four and other superheroes must find a way to stop him. So anyway, well, despite the show ending after 2 seasons, the Four would actually return in in the Incredible Hulk series. Now, there was to be a third season, according to Tom Taranowicz. Had there had been a third season, he would have wanted to go into the whole Sue Storm pregnancy story arc. Well, this would have given the production crew a chance to do their own take on the Submariner, who only appeared in season 1 as he played into the arc in Fantastic Four issues leading up to around issue number 100. According to this, Taranowicz also wanted to bring Medusa and She-Hulk into the mix as part of the Fantastic Four. Now, She-Hulk would also appear on the Incredible Hulk series as well. So anyway, now you know about the Fantastic Four. That's about what I wanted to give you the story of. Now, aside from the Incredible Hulk, they also appeared in a couple of parts of the Secret Wars story in Spider-Man the Animated Series. Anyway, the show had a pretty big voice acting cast. Voicing Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic, is former DJ and Tulsa born is a man who's Tulsa born, that is, Tulsa, Oklahoma, that is, Bo Weaver, who recently voiced Superman in the Ruby Spears Superman tune, and was also the announcer for the spinoff to the kids' game show Funhouse called College Madhouse. And he voiced several other characters as well. Lori Allen voices Susan Richards, or Sue, of course, Invisible Woman. Now, and Chuck McCann voiced Benjamin J. Grimm, aka The Thing. Of course, McCann did numerous work as recently doing voice acting in various cartoons like Cool McCool, and he also appeared on the Sam and Marty Krofft show Far Out Space Nuts. Human Torch, aka Johnny Storm, was voiced by two actors. The first season, he was voiced by Beverly Hills 90210 star Brian Austin Green, while as in the second season, he's voiced by Quentin Flynn. Doctor Doom also had two voices. Neil Ross voiced him in the first season, while in the second season, he's voiced by Simon Templeman. Anyway, there will be numerous other voices, including Greg Berger, Mary Kay Bergman, Jim Cummings, Keith David, Brad Garrett, Dan Gilvezan, even Mark Hamill. You know that is. Tony J. and Alan Oppenheimer, Ron Perlman, and many others. But we even have some surprise voices, not just from Stan the Man Lee himself, but also from even the late great Dick Clark, and even legendary swimsuit model Kathy Ireland. Yes, you heard me correctly. I almost didn't notice until I saw my source. She voiced Crystal in the second season. So anyway, the Fantastic Four animated series from the 1990s is really, really something, and I really do like it. Let me give you a little bit of shots of the characters. Here's a look at some artwork for an actual complete series set that probably was released internationally, but this is what the four looked like in their first season. And here's a look at the four from the second season. And of course, this was used at the end of the intro to the series' second season. So now you know about the Fantastic Four, the animated series from 1994. Now, the full series is currently available on Disney Plus. I would recommend you watch this. This is a very good series. Well, I really much like the Hanna-Barbera series from 1967, but this one is actually pretty good as well, as it is pretty loyal to the comics. Now, of course, after this, there will be another series that I saw, which looked good, but I'll probably talk about that if I decide to ever check that series out again, because I only saw a little bit of that. Anyway, Fantastic Four, the animated series from 1994, definitely look into it. Disney Plus has both seasons and all 26 episodes. Yes, 13 episodes were produced and aired during the course of these 2 seasons. So you should be able to find them in no time. So that's going to do it for this Saturday Morning TV log. Did you ever watch the Fantastic Four animated series from 1994? If so, let me know in the comment section below. And if you like this, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel. Make it grow and make the views grow. Feel free to share my vids with your friends. Get them to know me, and maybe they'd like to subscribe. And later tonight, I'll be bringing you a spoiler-free review of The Wild Robot. And don't forget to stay tuned. There will be an out theater reaction of that as well. So thanks for checking this out. And if you like this, check out these other Saturday Morning TV logs of some of these Marvel tunes. In the upper left-hand corner is a Saturday Morning TV log I did on X-Men, the animated series. The upper right hand corner is the episode I did on Spider Man, the animated series. And the bottom left hand corner is the Saturday Morning TV log on Iron Man, the animated series, which aired along this as part of the Marvel Action Universe or Marvel's Action Hour. Well, you get what I'm saying. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe if you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., as well as the Saturday Morning TV log. And I'm your guide. Thanks for watching. Now, usually I do show what next week's Saturday Morning TV log is, but this time I'm not. But I will tell you next Saturday's will be another Saturday Morning TV log revisited. It'll be Scooby Doo, Where Are You? So until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.